Good evening, good people. Today, I'm going to discuss with you this PPP loan application that people are filling out and getting an exorbitant amount of money. Now, some of these people are going to think that I'm hating, but in actuality, I'm here to tell you that the path that you're going on, if you falsify documents, if you falsify numbers on your application, that you are heading down a path of destruction. Listen to me again. If you have falsified any kind of documents, if you have falsified any kind of numbers regarding this PPP loan application, whether you received money or not, you are headed down a path of destruction. Now, there's been a rising number of cases within the last month or two, maybe even three. Okay. So far, the PPP loan, since it's been instituted by the government, it went, on the chart, it shows a flat line, a flat line. All from last year, it shows a flat line. And then within the month of February, March, it shot up. Okay. It shot up, literally. So that means that they are accepting applications from any and everybody, and they are just passing this money out like it's almost like it's, food stamps from the 80s or something like that. I mean, it's like anybody that can apply, that applies for this application. And if they put numbers that looks somewhat real, they're just accepting it and they're just passing out all this money. These people, some of these people that I'm seeing, I know for a fact that they don't have a business. They don't have a business at all. They're not even LLC'd or anything. Okay, they don't have no corporation papers. They just paying somebody to make up some dummy ass corporation and falsify all these numbers, and in return, they get a cut, and then you walk off with the rest. Now, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, for the people that have done that, you don't understand what they just did to you. Okay, now they give you the lion's share of the money. Okay, they give you the lion's share. However, you're left holding the bag, literally holding the bag, man. You're going to hold the bag, you're going to get the money, but now you got the responsibility. So that means if you falsified anything on your record, you're going to pay the price. And the feds are going to look at you. They're not going to look at the ones that you were in business with regarding filling out these papers. They are going to look at you and you only. Now, I'm going to address a few things. I'm going to address to the younger generation that have applied for this application, and I'm going to address the older generation on why they applied for this application and why they did this. Okay, and what's going to happen to you now that you have done this. Now, I hope you guys didn't spend all that fucking money, because if you did, you're done. Okay, I see a lot of people who get 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. And the first thing they do is buy a fucking car. Really? You're going to buy a fucking car after getting all that money? You're going to buy a depreciating asset. What kind of sense does that make? I mean, I can understand if you sit there and say to me, hey, I'm about to go take $60,000 and, flip a crib or something. I can understand that a little bit, even though the feds are going to fucking seize that fucking crib once they realize that your motherfucking ass done sat there and falsified numbers on the application. Okay. They're going to seize your crib that you think you about to make some money off of. They're going to seize your bank account. They're going to take your car. Okay. That's what's going to happen here. They're going to seize your house, take your car, or if you already have a house, they're going to put a lien on your fucking house. Okay, so all those three things that I just named are going to happen to you. Okay, now I'm going to express to the young generation, to the younger generation who just turned 18, 19, 20, 18, 24. That's what I'm talking to right now. The 18 to 24-year-olds, I'm going to talk to you about this. Now, I understand what you guys are going through. This is the first time you've been free. This is the first time you're an adult. Okay. I'm just going to attribute this shit right here to you just being young and dumb. Okay. Because when I was young, we were all getting credit cards. I used to know people, I never got into it, but I knew people who had 20 years old, no job, 8 credit cards. And they charged to the hill, charged as much as they could. And in the end, you know what happened? They ended up broke. They ended up not being able to get a house. Okay. There were people who graduated from college, got a good job, can't get a house. Why? Because you got credit card debt. And that's because when you go to college, you see all these people passing out all these credit card applications, you filling them out and you getting it, you thinking it's free money and you never have to pay it back. You worry about paying it back later. I understand that. Okay. I understand what you guys have done. Okay. So that's why I'm not going to really get on you about this. I'm going to attribute this to being young and dumb. Okay. I'm going to attribute this to being young and dumb for you. You guys can recover from this. Okay. Hopefully you didn't take $40,000. I hope you didn't take $40,000. If you took $40,000, now you have PPP loan, and now you have student loan debt. So now when you graduate college, not only you're going to have about almost $100,000 in debt because that PPP loan, that ain't getting forgiven. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can forget about that motherfucker being forgiven. It's not going to happen. Okay. You got a 1% chance of your PPP loan getting forgiven. Okay. And that's in 1%. I don't like those odds. You got better odds at the casino than you do getting it forgiven. Okay. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Now I'm going to tell you what else is going to happen to you. You college kids. Okay. Hopefully, if the government has a heart, they won't charge you as a felon. Because at this point, if you falsify documents, you have defrauded the government. And hopefully, and I pray hopefully that you guys do not get charged as a felon for this. Because if you get charged as a felon for this, there's no reason finishing college because you're not going to get a job. I'm going to repeat this. If you get charged as a felon and a felony stays on your record, you don't need to finish college because you're not going to get a fucking job. Okay. You'll be lucky. And I mean, lucky if you're a manager at Wendy's or McDonald's or, IHOP, if you lucky. Okay. Because this thing is going to stay on your record and it's going to stay on your record for the rest of your life. Okay. This is $20,000 that we're talking about with interest. So now you're paying interest on student loan. You're paying interest on this PPP loan. Okay. So you're going to be walking out of college with over almost $100,000 worth of debt. That's maybe even more if you're going for your master's or something like that. And when you get out, nobody's going to hire you. Nobody's going to hire a person who fraudulently filled out applications and sent it to the government. Nobody's going to hire you. Sorry, but it's just not going to happen. Okay. Not only are you not going to do that, not only is it going to fuck you up with your job, you can forget about getting a house. Ain't no bank going to give you no loan if you sitting out here, if you defrauded the government. You think the bank going to give you a loan? They ain't giving you no loan. Okay. You ain't getting no car, not no good car. You can go to one of them buy here, pay here car lots. They'll give you a car. It have 300,000 miles on that motherfucker, but they'll give you a car. Okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. You ain't getting no brand new car. So I hope you bought a car with that PPP money. Because if you didn't, nigga, you going to wish you did. Okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. You're not going to get it. You ain't getting no credit card. And if you got a business, that's, a business idea that's worth anything, okay, you're not getting no line of credit. You cancel that. That's not going to happen for you. You ain't getting no line of credit. So for all you, optimists, all these guys that's looking, high in the sky and think they got the greatest idea in the world, don't go to the bank because they ain't gonna give you shit. Okay? So let me tell you this again for all you young kids. If it stays on your record, which I think is a strong possibility, if it stays on your record, you're not going to get a good job. You're not going to get a good house. You're not going to get a good car. You're not going to get a line of credit for your business. And I'm going to be honest with you here right now. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a man, you ain't getting no decent woman. Okay? If you're a man, you ain't getting no decent woman. When she see all that debt your motherfucking ass got, she ain't going to do shit for you. She gone. She gone. Okay? Ain't no decent woman going to be fucking with you and you already defrauded the government. Okay? You ain't getting none of that. Okay? All you ladies out there, you ain't getting no decent man either. When he see your ass defrauded the government, he running too. Okay, so for all you young kids out there, I'm telling you right now, for all the ones that fraudulently defrauded the government, you are headed down the path of destruction for a little while, but you can recover. I will say that. You can recover from this. It's only $20,000. Okay, hopefully it's $20,000. If it's 100,000, nigga, you're dead. Okay, you're dead. Okay, you better not take no $100,000. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you got 20, you can recover from this. Now, hopefully, Joe Biden, he have a heart somewhere to where he don't sit there and sink y'all and give y'all a felony on your record. Okay, hopefully, I pray. But if he do, you fucked. And this is no situation to be in. Okay, I don't want to be in no situation like this. Okay, yeah, you got the money and it feels good to have $20,000. But $20,000 is not enough to destroy your life. It really is not. Okay, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $60,000, and you're 22 years old. You got a long way to go, man, in life. Okay, if you get lucky, if God blesses you, you promised 70, which is 70 years. If you're 22 years old and you got all this debt, man, you in trouble. Let's just pray that they don't mark this as a felony for you. Okay? But you can't recover from this as long as the debt ain't that big. Make sure it's 20,000. Okay? Nothing else. Okay? Not a penny more. Now, for the older generation, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know where to start. I really don't. Okay. Now, you guys have somewhat done something that can ruin you, period. Okay. The younger generation can recover. You cannot. Okay. You cannot recover from this if you took a lot of money. If you took 20,000, okay. If you took 10,000, okay, you can just like the younger generation, you can recover. Okay. Now I'm seeing a lot of motherfuckers with 60,000, 80,000, 60,000, 80,000, and you are living in low income neighborhood. You're living in low income house. You're paying $150 a month in a low income house, and the government, you somehow prove to the government that you make $2 million. Some people put $2 million on their fucking application. What the fuck is this? $2 million? And you living in low income housing? Now you walking away with 200 grand. Okay, let's just talk about this. Let's just talk about a person that puts $2 million as their income for their business. You get $200,000. Do you understand what that means? Okay, now not only do you have to pay the $200,000 back with interest, which is 1%. 1% of two is like $2,000. Okay, you're paying 2,000. You're paying $2,000 on that deal. So you're walking away with $202,000, which you have to pay. Not only do you have to do that, but you also have to pay the taxes on that $2 million that you said your business made. Really, really. So now you can run the possibility, if you're lucky, because it's a business. If you're lucky, you get 40%. So now you owe a grand total of $500,000. No, that's even more. No, I'll take that back. That's like $800,000 that you owe in taxes. So you're $1 million in debt. Wow, $1 million in debt for $200,000 just so you can get $200,000. You're $1 million in debt. Do you know what that means? That means your ass is going to jail for 10 years. Okay? You're going to jail for 10 years. That's where you're going. God forbid, and I mean God forbid, you don't have any priors. Okay? If you have priors, you're done. I don't even know what to say to you. Okay? If you got priors, you're done. Even if the tab is only 60 grand. Even if the tab is 60 grand, you're done. Okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now. You are going to jail. Okay? You're going to jail. The younger generation, they'll probably get probation because most of them are first time offenders. So they're not going to go to jail. They'll probably get some probation, but they'll have a felony on the record, but they'll only get probation. They're not going to jail. Your ass is going to jail. And they ain't going to have no sympathy for you because you're an adult. They'll give the younger generation a pass because they're young and dumb. You should know better. So I'm going to tell you what else is going to happen to you for the people who fraudulently took that PPP loan. Okay? For the people who took that PPP loan fraudulently, this is what's going to happen to you. You are going to get fired from your job. Once your job finds out, and God forbid you have a city job or a county job or anything that's where you're out in the forefront. If you have a city or a county job, you're done. You're finished. You are going to get walked out completely. They're going to fire you. Okay, for fraudulently filling out forms. Okay, you're going to get fired. Okay, 2, you can't shake the government. Under no circumstances can you think you're going to shake the United States of America. It's not going to happen. They are going to garnish you, and they're going to garnish your check no matter where you go. They're going to seize your house. They're going to seize your car. They're going to seize everything from you. Anything that you bought with that PPP money that's tangible, that's somewhat of an asset, depreciating asset, or a regular or real asset, stocks, cryptocurrency, whatever, and they taking all that. Tell you that right now. They taking it. They're gonna take it all. And they're not gonna show you this is they're gonna treat you like a drug dealer. Straight up. They're gonna treat you, I'm telling you right now. Okay. You're dealing with Joe Biden, man. He's got a history of throwing niggas in jail. I'm telling you right now. They're gonna treat you like a drug dealer. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to throw you in jail. They're going to take your car. They're going to take your house. They're going to seize your bank accounts, freeze them, whatever they do. They're going to seize that. Okay? They're going to do all this to you. Another thing they're going to do to you is that they're going to take your public benefits. All the people that get low income housing, food stamps, cash, Hell, even your child support, believe it or not. Don't be surprised the motherfuckers take your child support. Don't be surprised if they do. Okay? Because they can't take your child support, because you know why they could take your child support? Because they're gonna say to you, you should have used that, you use that PPP money. Okay? They're gonna, don't be surprised they take your child support. That's just good. That's what can really happen. Okay, all of your public benefits will be totally gone. You're gonna be hit with so many overpayments, it ain't even funny. You're gonna be hit with overpayments all over the world, man. Everything's gonna be gone. Don't be, your medical is gone. Your children will probably still be covered, but you won't. You won't be covered. They're gonna take your medical. They're gonna take your cash. They're gonna take your food stamps. They're gonna take everything. They're gonna take your income, your low income housing. Okay, they're gonna take it all. That's what they're gonna do to you. Another thing they're gonna do to you, and you're not gonna believe this, but I'm telling you what they're gonna do to you. They are gonna take away your voting rights. Your voting rights are gone. Okay? They're gonna be gone, buddy. Okay? You wanna know why you're gonna be gone? Because you're a felon, a federal felon, not a state, a federal. In certain states, I'm not sure about Ohio or Michigan. I'm not sure, but certain states, okay, they say you can't vote until you pay your restitution. And who the fuck got 60 fucking $1,000, $100,000, $200,000 to pay your restitution? Okay, you're not going to be able to vote. Okay, you will never be able to run for a public office. That's, young people, listen to this. You will never be able to run for a public office. Okay, it's not going to happen. You're done. Okay, your voting rights will not be restored until you pay your restitution. Okay, this is what's going to happen to you. Now, y'all may think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I wasn't crazy enough to take that motherfucking PPP loan. I saw where that shit was going. I knew that shit was nothing but a big old hype. Okay, let me tell you something. If you're trying to get an exorbitant amount of money in life, you're going to have to work for it. Okay, bottom line. You're going to have to work for it. Only people that get an exorbitant amount of money and not have to work for it is an inheritance. Okay? That's it. If you better be Bronny James or motherfucking Blue Ivy out this motherfucker to get something for free. Nigga, you not getting nothing for free. Okay? To climb a mountain, nigga, you got to put in that work. Bottom line. That's what it is. I hate to tell y'all this. Nothing happens. Okay? Nothing will happen to you, with ease when it comes to attaining a certain amount of money. You're going to have to work for it. And if somebody gives you an exorbitant amount of money like this PPP shit right here, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a trap. This is similar to the crack cocaine epidemic. Really. It really is. Okay, y'all don't see it, but I'm telling you right now, this shit right here is going to sink really black people, because that's all I see on this damn list that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a bunch of black people getting all this damn PPP money freely, and they just giving it to you. You have to understand why you got to ask the question, why are they giving it to you so freely? When has America ever given you anything? When has it? Please tell me. When have they ever given black people anything? I just don't understand it. How can you not see this? This is a trap. This PPP loan is a trap. Okay? They have graduated. The government has graduated now with how they trap black people now. Okay? They have graduated. They are no longer, trying to put you in jail. So for whatever reason that they have, they're not no longer trying to put you in jail. They're trying to put you in a financial jail, which is what this is. This is a financial jail right here. Okay? You will never be able to get out of this. Kind of like student loans. You know how you got a student loan, it takes you years to pay it off? That's what this is. It's going to take you years to pay it off, because I'm going to tell you another reason why it's going to take you years to pay off. Because when the IRS comes knocking on your door and you're getting charged for something and you got to show up to court, you better not show up that motherfucker without no lawyer. Oh, yeah? Show up that bitch with no lawyer and see what happened, boy. Oh, yeah? Now you got to pay thousands of dollars for representation. So now you got PPP debt and you owe a lawyer maybe $5,000 to $10,000 to represent you in this case. This is a trap. Joe Biden has done it again. The government has done it again. Joe Biden did that 94 crime bill, and who got paid? Lawyers. Now this 25 years later, this PPP thing is popping up right now. Who's about to get paid? Lawyers. That's what this is about, man. This is a trap. And you guys fell right into it. To the ones that did not fall into it, great job. You did a very good job by not falling for the trap. But for the ones that did fall for the trap, the grown ones, the younger ones will probably get off on this because they're stupid. But the grown ones, you're done. I hate to say this. God forbid you don't have no priors. I hope you don't have no priors, because you're going to jail. Now, I hope this message that I just displayed to you guys resonates with some of you. It's not going to resonate with all of you. But hopefully, and I mean hopefully, it resonates with some of you. Hopefully you guys will listen to me on this. If you don't, I don't care. I really don't. But I hope you do. This is King Marko, signing out. Have a blessed day. For all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. God bless.